Welcome, everybody. This is the USFL Network, and we are live, and we are one of a kind. My co-host tonight, Ace at Pocket Aces _ USFL. How we doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm super
Absolutely.
excited.
You definitely are. We got a great guest. First for the actual broadcast, so I know you're excited. Before we get started, really quick, couple of shout outs. I want to shout out running back Michigan Panthers Reggie Corbin for helping us. He actually jumped in our live during the draft last night, which was amazing. Thank you for that, Reggie. Love to have you on. But again, thank you so much for that. We appreciate that. Anthony, also from at Stars Align USFL. You can actually check out their Twitter and their website at Stars Align USFL. He actually jumped in and helped us out as well during the draft to fill in as Ace went to go get something to eat. So thank you, Ace. And of course, to the entire USFL network for doing what they did yesterday and continue to do what they do. I thank you all. But it is time. It is time to introduce our guest. And Ace, you have the honors to do so tonight.
Tonight, we have our first Houston Gambler ever on the network doing an interview. We have Donald Payne Jr.
Hey, what up?
How you doing, DP?
I'm doing well, big dog, doing well.
All right, so first of all, I want to thank you for being the first gambler on our show on the USFL network. As the Gamblers representative in the network, I was starting to look bad. So thank you for coming on. I just wanted to, first of all, say, go into the USFL and ask, how was the process, from getting your contract all the way till now? How has it been? What have you been doing?
I mean, it's been pretty smooth. Fox has been on top of their stuff, really. I mean, basically, if you wanted to get a contract, you basically fill out an application, and there was literally over like 5,000 guys putting in applications. Like it was so many people. I know dudes who, from college putting in applications, dudes who've been out of the league for 5-6 years putting in applications, and they picked a select few and only sent them contracts. And then you just sign the contract, and they say, hey, get ready for the draft coming up, and then name got called and got a text from Coach Sumlin saying, hey, you're one of us, and started Zoom meetings up, so it's been a pretty smooth process. Fox been on top of the thing, been on top of the game, really. They have.
So I assume you weren't surprised that you were one of the few picked to actually be in the draft pool.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie, me and my agent, this past year, I was just on the preseason roster for the 49ers. Technically I finished my 5th year in the NFL. So, we were going back and forth from saying, do I want to put my name in the application to be in a USFL? Do I not? Do I want to just, wait it out and get to the league, wait it out and maybe get to a preseason roster again, or, have a workout or something? And we sat back and we said, this is a perfect opportunity of, the season's only 12, technically 10 weeks long. We're going to be done in July, early July, right when the NFL season is going to get ramped up for training camp. So it's a great time to put some good stuff on tape, and show them, I belong. I've been there for a minute, so we thought it was the best opportunity. So I'm glad to be a part of it. I met some great guys already, and I've seen personally from Stetson, Donald Parham, who's a tight end for the LA Chargers now. He went to the XFL. He was in the XFL a couple years ago, balled out, was destroying folks, and then ended up getting a contract to the Chargers and has been doing great ever since. So, I just looked at him, and I'm like, hey, look, I've already been in the league, so let me just, ball out, show them I still got it, and, get that opportunity to get back, so where I'm at.
Definitely use this as your platform,
Correct.
Why not? Exactly.
Yeah, I think it really speaks to the fact that they planned the league out well. The kind of CEO, the face of the USFL, he just got in a little heat because he said that the USFL offered more than the CFL. And he had to go and he had to explain it and say what he really meant was that it had more to offer as far as progressing players, because they planned the league specifically so that when the league ended after the 10 weeks, the players would be just in time to go and get into training camps and the preseason for the NFL, so they wouldn't miss out on the next season. And, I think it did its job. It brought in great players like you and I'm glad that you're on the Gamblers. I absolutely love your tape. And, you know, a lot of your tape is actually from Stetson, and I wanted to take it back to college for a little bit and talk about that. You played at Stetson. You helped them start their football program. Literally, y'all didn't have any games your freshman year. You were just scrimmaging on Saturdays.
Yes, sir.
In what ways do you think that helped you as a player, and in what ways do you think that was a disadvantage?
I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head as in saying it was a crazy year to start a football program, like a pioneer. They call us. My first year was 2000. I was class 2012 for high school, and I went out there. When we first got there, our recruiting factor, they showed us a pile of dirt, a big old 5-10 acre lot of just dirt, and said, "Hey, this is going to be a great facility, but you're not going to see it for another year." That's exactly what they told us. And I think the pushing factor was that we could go in, start a program, be pioneers, but there's no upperclassmen. There's no sitting behind a senior, there's no sitting behind a junior. You're going to go in and be a captain the first year. You're going to go in and be able to start your freshman year and start every single game of your career. You're going to be able to come in and start something new. And that was kind of the pushing factor. It was like, hey, I get to go in here. Mind you, the first year sucked. Like, just imagine this. This is how they had it set up the first year. We had training camp, just like, you know, college does. Then, of course, we're practicing against our people. Mind you, it's 120 freshmen. Like, just imagine 120 18-year-old boys who just left the house. Oh, my God. You know how many bad decisions were made during that first year? Oh, my God. I'm going to tell you how many times the coach got a call from the cops. I'm not even going to. But it really, and then, you know, we practice. And then on Saturday, just like a college football game, we would scrimmage each other. So essentially, we're practicing against the same people. And guess what? On Saturday, we have a scrimmage against the same people. The fans would come out, you know, they have the people out. But I would say the advantage was it made us work a lot. Like, the people who stayed all 4 years, like, I have such a bond with those guys because we went through so many things that other people didn't have to. Like, we started a football program. Not many people can say that. We started it and we finished it. And, you know, we went all the way through. It was a disadvantage because, you know, starting a football program, the whole first year, you know, you don't know what to do. You know, my first year of us playing in 2013 is a whole bunch of 19-year-olds, 190-pound kids playing against 22-year-old men, you know. So, you know, we got our butt beat every single game our freshman year, other than maybe 2. But at the same time, it made us work hard. It made us give us that grind. You know, it's always cliche to say, "Oh, the grind made me better. Grind made me harder." In this instance, like it's really the truth. Like, the grind made it better. The grind made it harder, and you know, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without picking Stetson to go to.
Yeah, and you know, you brought up a bunch of 18-year-olds, a lot of bad decisions made. The cops were called. I actually heard you in an interview compare it to the show Blue Mountain State, which I absolutely loved watching, but I can't imagine living. So I thought that was super cool. I was like, dude, I know I graduated from college, but sign me up. I'm going to Stetson. I was in. But while you were at Stetson, you actually played strong safety, not linebacker.
Right.
And then coming into the NFL, you transitioned. And I was hoping you could just explain to us why that transition happened, what it was like. Because, you know, we had Shakir Soto come on, and he moved from defensive end to defensive tackle. He had to gain 60 pounds in like 6 months. And he said it was hard. So I was wondering what it's like to compare moving defensive end to defensive tackle to moving strong safety to inside linebacker.
You know, I played corner in high school, got a little bit bigger, moved me to safety in college. Mind you, I was a strong safety in college, but, you know, I was still playing deep safety, you know, free safety. And mind you, it was a part in the football league, but, you know, I'm still playing deep safety. And, you know, I like being around the ball. Like, that was one thing that really got me to the league was, to me, I'm a ball hawk. I wouldn't say I'm the most precise guy on X's and O's, but wherever the ball is, you're going to see my name, jersey on whoever has the ball. Like, that was the end all be all. So I was more, I would say, a Cam Chancellor strong safety. Maybe not as hard hitting. I'm not even going to compare myself to Cam Chancellor.
I beg to differ.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I was more of a all around the ball strong safety at Stetson, even though, you know, we played, you know, 3D, middle of the field, free safety and everything. But once I got to pro day training, You know, I was working with the DBs. I'm flipping my hips just as good as everybody else. I'm moving just as good. But when Baltimore picked me up as an undrafted free agent, they basically said, "Hey, look, you can have a staple in this league because linebackers are no longer Teddy Bruschi's. Linebackers are no longer just Brian Urlachers who are 240 pounds. You know, they can move side to side very well. Right nowadays, linebackers, you know, there's no linebackers in the league, you know, over 235. Like it's just not happening nowadays. And the game has changed so much where you got to be able to guard tight ends, guard the running backs out the backfield, who are some of the quickest people on the field. And you have to do so many different things that you no longer need. They still have to have strength. They still have to be, you know, aggressive. But you no longer need, you know, pound the fullback. You know, that's all you do linebacker. Right now, it's a versatile league. So basically got to Baltimore. Coach Harbaugh literally talked to me and said, "Hey, look, if you want to have a staple in this league, we think you would be a great linebacker." And guess what? They moved me to linebacker. And ever since that day, I'm not gonna lie, that first camp and everything, bro, I'm just trying to get used to it. I don't know what's going on. At safety, you don't need to know about no pulling guard. Not really. At safety, you don't need to know, you know, this is a 3 technique in front of me. I was like, what is a 3 technique? Like, you know, I'm like, what is a 3 technique? I don't know what the end is doing. I'm a safety. So it was a huge transition, but I ain't gonna lie, Baltimore organization it's a really great organization. You know, everybody knows that. And they kind of took me under their wing and like helped me out. Mind you, I had guys like Terrell Suggs in the locker room helping me out, helping me with plays. You know, I had guys like that actually. Like I was Terrell Suggs like locker mate. So you know, when I needed some advice on something, you know, he helped me out. You know, so it was a hard transition, but I made it.
I feel like it's unfair to have someone like Terrell Suggs to be your like you're their protege. That's not even fair.
No, not protege. More like, hey, you going to the athletic training room? Yeah, you think you can grab me some tape while you in there? All right, bro. All right, cool. You know, that was like my come to you know, welcome to the league moment. You know, Terrell Suggs just asked me to get him some athletic tape. I'm here, bro. I made it.
You made it.
When
Yeah,
Terrell Suggs asked you to
definitely.
get athletic tape, you get athletic tape. I bet. But, you know, last night in the supplemental draft, we saw a lot of players getting drafted that were multi-position players. We saw things like offensive guard, offensive center, nose tackle, just crazy things that you don't really see in, you know, the NFL and even in college a lot. But we did see a couple players that were strong safety linebacker. And I was wondering, with this league having the small rosters and you having experience at both positions, are we going to see you play a little safety again?
I mean, we went over the little playbook a little bit. I'm not trying to give it away too much, but
okay,
it was where you know, I already talked to the linebacker coach. I already talked to multiple coaches, and basically, you know, hey DP, you know, it's only 38 people on the roster. You take out the kicker, take out the punter, take out the long snapper. 35 people really. So you got 35 people who actually can play. You know, 35 players really. The specialists are players. Let me not say they're not players. You know what I'm saying? They only.
I was like, whoa. We had a kicker on this channel.
Yeah,
like,
reason, specialists. You're not putting the kicker at safety unless, you know, maybe. But but basically, you know, we got some little wrinkles that can happen just because, you know, it's only 38 people on the roster. So, you know, if a safety goes down, everything, of course, they're gonna move somebody back to safety, or we can have it where, it's 2-minute drill. There's guys at linebacker who play DN. So, hey, let's take them linebackers who can come off the edge really fast. We know they're not going to run the ball. Why won't we let them blitz off the edge, get to the quarterback, and why don't we take a linebacker and say, hey, we want you to play middle of the field safety, and you're going to be the robber and come down and rob, you know, the right side or the left side. So, you know, which I did in college a lot. So, you know, we got a couple wrinkles that, you know, coach might throw in. You know, I won't mind. You know, safety's going to make more plays. I'm not going to lie. They do.
So how about this wrinkle? Last night, I think we also seen linebacker / fullback. I believe that was. So, I mean, how about running the ball, you know, getting in the backfield? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I ain't been hit actually since high school at running back. I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry. Hey, coach, I know I love, you know, the scoring touchdowns is great. Maybe, you know, 1 yard line, you need a
there you go.
Give it to me. But I'm not getting hit every play. No. I like to do the hitting, not get hit.
Do the hitting, right.
Exactly. I mean, I've seen it. I'm a big Baylor fan. I went to Baylor. We had a linebacker this year who scored 2 touchdowns as a fullback. I think he had like a pick six and a rushing touchdown in the same game. So like, I know it can be done, and I know if anybody can do it, it's UDP. So,
hey, look, man, I had some pretty good, offensive highlights my high school season. So, hey, look, I can get the rock a little bit. I can do a little something with it. I was punt returner in college too. I was punt returner in college. No touchdown, more like averaging 7, 6, 7, 8 yards. Something like
yeah, that's positive.
Yeah, it's positive. It's good enough.
So if coach is watching right now, he's knowing what you're capable of. So he's going to add more to your plate. So we apologize ahead of time.
Like he's sandbagging me on what he can
He's going to be our fullback. He's going to be all over the place.
Okay, so let's take a break from football for a second. I want people to be able to get to know you, DP. A lot of the players in this league, I mean, you're not specifically one of them, but a lot of these players in this league, a lot of people haven't heard of. A lot of people who watch the NFL, they've seen you. We watched the game, the playoff game, AFC Championship against Tom Brady. We watched it. But a lot of these players, I turned it off before the end. I don't know how it ended, but but a lot of these players, people don't know them. So when they come on, I want to kind of get into just them as a person, so that when they're watching them, they're like, "Oh, this guy did that." His mom crochets, random stuff like that.
I got you.
So you attribute your early love of sports to your father, who sadly passed away when you were 13. Sorry to hear about that. But I did want to know, what is a specific sports memory that immediately comes to mind when you think about your early childhood with him?
It's probably going to be baseball. Baseball was actually the first sport I ever played. I actually was up until about 11th grade. I was really good at baseball. Always started baseball, played it up my whole entire life. But once you got to high school, it's almost like, the baseball players, like they do that thing year round at this point. So everybody else getting better at baseball, and I'm playing football mostly, and then trying to play baseball, and all of them getting better, and I wasn't getting better. So I was like, "Hey, coach."
So you're excited that the lockout ended and you can start watching your Braves again? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Baseball. I was at 2 of the Braves World Series games this year.
Oh, nice.
Really? I'm in Atlanta right now, so I was at 2 of the Braves World Series game. I was actually at the Braves stadium when they won it. They won it in Houston, but they had to, they opened up the stadium and everything. You could pay for a ticket. So I was at the stadium when they won it and everything. We all ran on, the battery ran on the field and everything. It was a great experience. So I'm happy for the Braves winning it. But it was definitely baseball. I've only hit 1 home run my entire life, and my dad was sick at the time. So my father passed of cancer, and when I was 13. It was around 11. He went in remission and came back. But when I was around 11, my mom was helping me out with everything. And my dad was able to make it to a game, sick, skinny and everything. And he was able to make it to a baseball game. And I literally, it's back in the room. I promise you I can get it. Only home run I've ever hit in my entire career of playing baseball. I never hit a home run ever in high school, middle school, and everything. I hit 1 home run ever. It was Little League, 11th grade. Walk off, grand slam, home run, and hit it over the fence. Everybody spraying water on me, having a great time. Back at that time, we all went to Golden Corral. That was a special place back then. Everybody loved Golden Corral back then. We all went to Golden Corral, having a great memory, and it was just beautiful to see, my dad smile and be happy in that moment, because he's like, he hasn't been got to see me play. He's been in the hospital so much. And to hit that home run, like literally my friends to this day who were Little League with me still reach out to me and say, "Bro, like that was an epic moment." It was one of those things like, "Hey, bro, your dad got to see you hit a home run." It was a walk-off grand slam, win by 1, like 1 run. Like, so, that would definitely be the memory for me. Like anytime any sports memory comes up of my pops, that's definitely it, 1,000%.
We got a comment over here. I'm wondering if Hype sees it.
I do.
Maybe you can pull it up. We're speaking about dads, and we got a comment over here from a Lamont Nargang, who happens to be the Lamonster himself, the ace hole, my dad.
That's crazy. Hey.
And one of my favorite memories of him was actually him pitching to me between practices playing baseball when I was growing up. So I think that I agree with the LaMonster there. That is a fantastic
Hey, look,
story.
I don't know if y'all got like, give me 30 seconds real quick. I can go get the baseball right now.
Do it. Please.
Absolutely. This is your show, DP. This is your show. During this commercial break, we'd like to thank our sponsors.
Royal Retros brought me this hat. They're not our actual sponsor, but I really love this hat. So, and DP before the interview said he wanted to get one. So reach out.
Here we go. I hope it doesn't do it. Tri-City White Sox, 3/19/05.
05.
Wow.
Ronald Jr. Hold on. Walk off. Hold on, let me get it. Walk off.
Oh, we see it.
Grand slam.
Dude, that is awesome.
That is great.
Also, is that like a real leather baseball?
Oh yeah, back in the day,
We played with those, man.
I am so jealous. We had pieces of garbage that we played with.
Yeah, that it's crazy.
When my dad would be pitching to me, we had a bucket of balls, and there would be ones that were like shaped like an egg because they were just so crappy. So I'm jealous you got to hit a walk-off home run with a nice leather ball.
Hey, look.
That's so cool.
I still got it sitting in the room to this day.
Dude, that is cool. See, that's what I'm talking about. We get to know the players. Come week 1, I'm gonna be like, hey, I've seen that guy's Grand Slam baseball from 05. I'm gonna be telling my girlfriend. She's gonna be like, Connor, I know. But it's cool.
That's funny.
But you said while your dad was sick, your mom was helping out a lot. And in another interview, you actually said that your mother knows more about football than most guys out there. And so I immediately started thinking, was she calling you after games and being like, hey, you didn't turn your hips enough? Like you could have been quicker. Your footwork was kind of sketchy.
She wouldn't specifically know exactly that, but it would be like a game. It would be like a game in 2019 with the Jags. So, my first couple games, I first got to start in a couple games when Miles Jack got hurt, 2019 with the Jags. Got to start 6 games that year. Started 5 games, played but played linebacker in 6, like actually played defense. And the first couple games, I ain't trying to brag on myself or anything like that, but
it, man.
I was leading the league in tackles for a month of the season. I had 13 tackles, 15 tackles, 16 tackles. The very last game of the year. So I'm leading the whole league in tackles for the last 5 games, entire league of NFL, by the way. So it's like I'm flabbergasted about it. I'm like, this is crazy. The last game we played the Indianapolis Colts, and I'm like, they're not running the ball my way. They're throwing the ball out routes to the one receiver. I ended the game with 1 tackle. Ended the game with 1 tackle, no missed tackles, none. They missed a tackle the whole game, but only had 1. I get back to the locker room. We won the game, by the way. I'm a little disappointed. Last game of the season, I only get 1 tackle. I've been making 16, 15 a game. First text message. Was something wrong with you out there today, son? There was nothing wrong with me. I just didn't make any tackles, Mom. I'm just saying, I'm just looking like my mom is an extreme, not extreme critic of me, but she wants the best out of me. She wants, the best from me, and she knows when, she's seen her son do some amazing things. So, when I don't do them, she's not disappointed, but it's more like she wants to know the answer. So, I'm looking at things, something wrong with you? I said, damn, if she thinks that, and everybody else think, oh man. But, she's just one of those people, she's always been on top of me, like, hey, look, I take my shirt off. I walk if I ever I'm over at her house, I take my shirt off just to go get some food or something. I might have a little, little belly fat. It's the off season. Hey, you working out, right? Like, you good, right? I'm like, yeah, Mom, I'm good. I just got a little flub down there right now. It's the off season. Like, I'm gonna get rid of it, So, but she watches football constantly. Doesn't matter if it's college, high school. She still goes to my high school football games. Mind you, I was graduating in 2012. Still go to my high school football games to watch them. Like, she's very intense with football. It could be, we're from Atlanta, so we're a Falcons fan. But it could be Dak Prescott versus Aaron Rodgers. Guess what? She's still screaming at the TV. I run upstairs. Hey, what's going on? Like, when I'm at her house, what's up going on? Aaron Rodgers just threw a pick and he was about to win the game. Okay, you're not even a fan of the Packers. Like, oh my God. She was like, it was a bad throw. The DB was all over it. I'm like, hey, Mom, hey, look, you might get another hobby or something, bro. Like, but yeah, that's just how it is. That's how she is, though. But I love her to death. And, I wouldn't be where I'm at without her 1,000%. She's been back behind me since high school, since college, since I've been in the NFL, and she was one of the people who checked off on this, this new thing I'm doing, the USFL. So she's one of the main reasons I'm even in this league.
And we also mentioned, yeah, definitely. We also mentioned before coming on the shrine behind you. That was done by Mom as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah, liking it, loving it.
She has an eye for detail. That is very
absolutely.
Well put together.
Oh yeah.
Like on HGTV, they would put that
down. She's the one who retweeted the interview that was coming up. She was like, "What are you going to do behind it?" And I'm like, I have this usually set up in my living room, in her living room upstairs. I have my own house, but she has this set up in her living room. She was like, "This would be a great place to put it. Let me go in and put the helmets right here, the jersey right here. Your game balls right here." And I was like, "Go ahead, do your thing. I'll just set up the laptop. Go ahead, do it. Do what you got to do."
She did a great job.
Your mom retweeted me?
Yeah, she did. She's actually one of those. She actually got a Twitter because she was trying to like spy on me. Really, like she doesn't have an avatar. She doesn't have anything. It's literally the reason I know it's her email. She knows them. That's why I'm like, no, I know it's you retweet, but she retweeted it. She got a couple followers, so she did retweet it.
Well, I'm absolutely honored, and I'm super excited about that. That's really cool. If your mom's watching, thank you. Your son is super cool.
Is.
But you probably got it from one of your parents, maybe your mom. I don't know if people out there know that one of your passions, you've said, is learning, just learning in general. You said that you just like having fun facts that you can pull out and impress people randomly, and that you go to bed watching Animal Planet and nature shows. So I was wondering, what is a fun fact, an animal fact that just comes to the top of your head right now?
Animal fact that comes to my head. Let's see. I want to make it interesting, man. Oh man. Everybody knows lions. Lions, basically. Everybody knows lions. They hunt in a pride, basically. But I mean, everybody also knows that the male, of course, he has the long fur and everything. You would think he's the one who goes out and get dinner every night. No, it's really the female lion, the lioness that goes out and actually is the main hunter. If the lioness and the male actually fought, the lioness would probably win. Probably a lot of people don't know that. So
I did not know that.
But what about a jaguar? You got those jerseys behind you.
Hey, look, they are some of. I think they have the strongest bite out of all the big cats.
Okay, see, that's a cool fact.
Yeah, you would think a lion. You would think of maybe not even a panther. You would think it, but the jaguar has the strongest bite out of all the big cats. The reason, and you can maybe have to type that in and make sure I'm being correct, but I think the only reason I think I know that is because one of our coaches for the Jags for the past 3 years, he said that in a meeting one time, and we just took it. He could have been making that up, trying to hype us up.
But it worked.
Like, this is totally not true, but none of them know that.
Exactly.
It's cool because we don't either.
For real, and he could have been lying just to hype us up, but we took it.
So in your love for learning, you also decided to get your MBA in business administration, which a lot of people don't know. Once you're 3 years in the NFL, they will pay for grad school and extra undergrad, things like that. And it made me think, if DP could start a business right now, non-football related, and run it, what would it be?
I actually just got into trucking and logistics, so I guess that.
You say trucking?
Trucking and logistics. I got a couple new 18-wheelers I just put on the road maybe a couple months ago. So we're going to have them babies run across the country and stuff like that. So mind you, that was a side business, but I would say a business I really, really would love to enjoy if I had everything and want exactly how I want. I want to be a manager of stocks. I just want to be a manager of somebody's financial stocks. I really love, my undergrad was in finance. I really want to do that. My financial advisor at this point, me and him have gotten along so well. He teaches me, like, throw some things off my head from time to time. I just ask him a random question. I'd be like, hey, what's up with this? Hey, Amazon having a split coming up, which they are. Amazon is having a split coming up, with their stocks. So, I would probably want to do that if I could really just start or really just join, like a finance group, to be honest. Like, I would love to do that.
Look at that. I wanted to get some cool information out of you, and you delivered tenfold. Like, my gosh, that is so cool. But, back to the Gamblers, because we are the USFL network. We got to talk about them. And I'm the Pocket Aces.
Correct.
So I'm dying to hear some inside information. Not to give away too much, but what style of defense are you guys going to run? 3-4, 4-3, 4-2-5?
Our defensive coordinator was the head coach of the Birmingham Iron of the AAF. So if you look at a lot of the things the Birmingham Iron did, if you ever look back on their film or how they played, our defense is going to be exactly like them. Our defense coordinator is Tim Lewis. He was a first-round draft pick, DB back in the day. Actually had a very good career until his career got cut short, but he's our defensive coordinator, so we will be running the 3-4. I don't think that's a secret to anybody. We'll be running the 3-4, base. But mind you, we probably won't be in base that much because, this is going to be a pass league. You can hear all the coaches talking about it. They're going to spread us out. They're going to have 4 wide receivers on the field, 1 running back. It looks like it's going to be an air raid. It sounds like. So most of the time we're going to be in nickel most of the game anyway. So, but our coach, he's really, he's actually loving being in football right now. I think the last team he coached for after the Birmingham Iron was high school. And you can just tell in his voice, he's loving being back, in the pro atmosphere. Like, oh my God, like I was texting some of the other guys, like when we was in a meeting, I was like, we supposed to have a 2-hour meeting, Zoom meeting. I look at the clock, I'm saying, bro, we going on 3 hours right now. I don't know if he know that, but I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm just saying, like, well, we gotta go to bed. It's 10 o'clock at night. but he's so in tune to it. But we're gonna be running the 3-4, and but like we've been going over the game plan, the playbook, and I love the game plan. I love the playbook. We're gonna have so many opportunities to make plays, and that's what I love about it. Like in a league like this, sometimes it's going to be mismatches on the field, and he really wants to take advantage of the mismatches we have on the field. So, there's going to be a lot of chance for us to make plays. Or at the end of the day, we all want to make plays and put some good film out there. So I think it's going to be a great season. I can't wait to get started with the boys.
I am super excited to hear that. I personally love the 3-4, and I kind of called it on draft night. The original draft, not the supplemental, we did a live for the first 3 rounds. And once we started getting into it, I was like, from the draft picks, I think that the Gamblers are going to run a 3-4. And I was super excited. And you just validated me. And that is so cool. So thank you. We kind of touched on it before we even went live, but I wanted to ask, how well have you gotten to know your teammates so far? We interviewed Toby Johnson of the Generals, actually, a defensive tackle. And he said that they had a defensive group chat where all of them were just blowing it up all the time. And, is there anything like that on the Gamblers yet?
Yeah, so we have a linebackers group chat that our coach, Mark Snyder, he's our linebacker coach. He's been the linebacker coach for Florida State for like many years, probably 5, 10 plus almost. So he set us up with a group chat. So we've been in the group chat, and we've had Zoom meetings every day. Not every day, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this past week. And we're going to have Zoom meetings next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're already in the game plan. We're already in the playbook, and we're already getting started, having camaraderie with each other, laughing, joking, and everything. We just got somebody added to the new group chat, basically last night in the supplemental draft. I believe his name is Malik Harris, I believe, in the supplemental draft. So he just got added to the group chat. So, we had that camaraderie going on already, and we've been, we had our, how icebreaker skit they do in like, elementary school, like say your name and say what else about. So we already had our little go around, like, what's your name, where you from? So, that where you from thing and what college you went to, they always bring some type of thing. You got one dude saying Miami. As soon as the other dude say I went to UF, they be like, oh, we hate y'all. boo, like, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, didn't nobody say that about me because they didn't know what Stetson was. No offense. They didn't do that about me. They asked me what my mascot was. But, you know, we've already had a little camaraderie already. So, you know, so I can't wait to get started with the boys. One of our other linebackers, he's like an MMA pro. So, you know, he'll beat somebody up real quick. Reggie Northrup, he's an MMA pro.
Northrup.
Yeah, so, you know, we've already had that camaraderie, you know, and mind you, I like to know who I'm playing with. Every team I went to in my whole entire career was in Miami, Washington, the Jazz, Baltimore, San Fran. Anytime I go to a new team, hey, look, Google, don't ever lie. I type their name in real quick, go to Wikipedia and say, hey, look, who is that? Who is that? Somebody looked up all my teammates, know everything, know a lot of things about them. So we already have something to talk about, you know. So.
Well, that's awesome. You know, you're talking about camaraderie, you're getting to know them, you've done the icebreakers. Hey, my name is, my favorite color is purple. Things like that. You obviously, you came from Stetson, first class of football ever. You immediately became a leader. So you know what a leader looks like. Are there any standouts so far, even just through group chats and Zooms, that you're like, okay, these are the main 3 leaders on this defense, you know?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. You can. I wouldn't. We don't have an actual sense of it yet because, of course, we haven't seen people. We haven't met everybody in person yet. It's all Zoom. But Benika S. Brown, he's a linebacker. He was actually the middle linebacker for the Birmingham Iron, which is our coaches from Birmingham Iron, so they know each other perfectly. That's why he was drafted by them, basically. So he basically knows the whole defense already. The same. We're bringing the same defense from Birmingham here, so. He's helping everybody with the playbook and telling, hey, this is what coach likes, this is what coach doesn't like, you know, this is how we do things. And so we already kind of have, you know, a sense of who's going to be that guy at the moment. Let me go on the chart.
It's all good.
But
We're
yeah,
live.
so basically we just have you know, yeah, it's all good. We're live. But yeah,
It's all good.
But
Everybody
yeah, we
says
already got that camaraderie family in, so I can't wait to see him on March 20th.
DP disappeared.
He did. He's back.
Yeah, hold on. Nah, you know when the laptop gets low on battery, it start acting funky.
Mm-hmm.
I had to plug it in real quick. I didn't have it plugged in.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, speaking of Reggie Northrup, you know, I mentioned it earlier. I reached out to him for an interview. He said yes, and then I didn't hear anything back. And, you know, his profile picture is literally him in the middle of an MMA fight. So I'm like, I'm not gonna like poke and prod this guy.
Yeah, take it easy, Ace. Take it easy.
Hey, he's actually undefeated, so you know he's undefeated. You know he ain't lost one yet. So
I think that's going to carry on to the Gamblers. I think y'all are going undefeated.
Hey, that's the plan. You know, coach already said, hey, look, I think the championship is July 3rd or July 4th. It's on Independence Day, I believe, or it's the day before. Then the championship. So he's already said, block that date off. Like, you won't be going home. Like, we will be there July 4th celebrating on Independence Day. So
yeah, I think it was the day before. But
yeah, so that midnight when Independence Day hit, we probably should be getting lit at that point.
Oh yeah. Fireworks will be going off regardless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Correct.
We got someone on YouTube. His name is D space DDD. He said, we want to see some hard hits, Payne, this season.
He is the Payne train.
He is the Payne train. You know, are we going to see hard hits? And speaking of hard hits, some of the hardest hits I saw in your highlights, you were wearing the number 7 back at Stetson. We bringing it back in the USFL?
Hey, look, that's what I asked him for. So we'll see. The equipment manager hit me up already, said, what's my favorite number? I said, hey, I gave it to him already. So when I walk in there first day, you know, I hope that 7's in there, you know.
I literally put it in my notes. I said, is your number going to be 7? If it is, I'm buying that. So
if he gives me 7, I will be so hyped. You don't understand. I will be so hyped if I get number 7. Like, you know, I picked 7 or 52. That's all the numbers I picked. I picked 7 or 52. So I'm hoping I get the number 7.
Yeah, I mean, how cool would it be me walking around with a 7 jersey with Payne on the back? That would be so cool. I would love to have that jersey.
1,000%. 1,000%.
So our other network co-host, Webb, he's our Breakers profile. He covers the Breakers. I totally messed that up, but he
All
has
good.
a
We're live.
segment on our we're live. It's cool. He has a segment on our interviews where he does his Webb's Rapid Breakdown, little play on words, where he asks a few non-football questions that just rapid fire. You answer first answer off the top of your head. I have 5 questions. Are you ready?
Talking about like Family Feud, basically. That's what you saying?
No, because it's not like oh, we did a survey. These are specifically answers that you would give.
Right. This is like a speed dating like type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like you have so much time. This is a question. Throw it out there. That's pretty much what it is.
These are random questions that maybe some Gamblers fans have, and you're gonna answer them super fast. You know, like what's your favorite color?
But take your time though.
Let's do a tester. DP, what's your favorite color?
Red.
All right, cool. I'm glad we chose red for the names. So I'm gonna shoot them off. 5 questions. Take your time.
Okay.
But it is supposed to be rapid fire, and you're supposed to be fast. So
I got you. I'm cool.
All right. Question 1. What is your top workout song right now?
Mini Man by 50 Cent.
Nice. Number 2. Who is your favorite Blue Mountain State character?
I don't know his name. Don't be mad. The black guy.
No. There's a couple. So
yeah. The running back.
Shiloh. Okay.
Yes.
Number 3. Favorite childhood pet, if you had one.
0. Didn't have to take care of him. Good.
Really
what kind of pet was he?
Yeah.
Oh, 0. My bad.
0.
I thought you said a name.
That's why I said really rapid.
Yeah, you said, hey, Zach, 0 pets.
All right. Number 4. This is a deep cut from a previous interview. Do you still wash your apples?
No.
What?
No.
I don't either, man. I don't know why that was. That's it. I know, man. Just take it.
Publix should have cleaned them before they sold them to me. You feel me?
Oh, well, at least he's shopping at Publix. You know, it's not like I bought this at Walmart. I don't need to wash it.
Hey, no, you know how many people touch that vegetables at Walmart before you buy them? Oh my God! You know how many times the bananas have been? I mean, mind you, the bananas get peeled, but people at Walmart just be touching stuff and don't even buy it. No, I'm all right.
Oh,
that's a whole nother show too.
The girl who was opening ice cream and licking them, you can't trust.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Come on now. They wouldn't do that in Publix. You know, they respectable.
Yeah, for real. You get kicked out. Payne, don't hurt my boy Shea Patterson this season. Do not make that promise. All right. Last question. Number 5. Who was your celebrity crush as a child?
To be honest, I watch Disney Channel a lot, so I had to say Hillary Duff.
Let's go. I agree with that.
So some Lizzie McGuire.
Hey, she's still bad. Oh my God.
Lizzie McGuire all day.
She still looks good.
There you go. I'm glad your mom's watching this. So it's a website, People of Walmart. So
and that was from our guy Webb from the network too.
That was from our guy Webb, our Breakers representative. You know, maybe you go to that website, you'll start washing your apples again. I can't believe that answer changed. My gosh. It was like some interview with 2 of your teammates from Stetson, and they kind of did a similar rapid fire thing. And you were like, yes, I wash my apples. And you got really defensive about it. And then now you're like, no, I just don't care.
Because in college, I only had no money in college. I stopped at Walmart. I got a little bread now, so now I'm at Publix. Publix, they treat their customers with respect. They treat everything with respect at Publix. I used to shop at Walmart, so I know how it's like, you know. Hey, you gotta watch Walmart apples. You gotta watch them. You know.
No, I totally agree. I walk into a Publix and I feel like I'm in a higher tax bracket. But
hey, look, until you see the bacon is $12 for 6 pieces.
We got the Trader Joe's up here though.
Trader Joe's is
up where
great.
I am, yeah. New England, Boston, Rhode Island. We got the Trader Joe's, Whole Foods.
I was in Boston. The last time I was in Boston, I guess it would be New England Patriots. But the other time I was in Boston was when Stetson played Brown University.
Okay.
Great school.
Yeah, we beat them, by the way.
Yeah, Browns. The Bears are not a good team, so yeah.
Is that the team that you beat on homecoming with your ESPN Top 3 play?
No, that was Campbell. Campbell.
Campbell.
I don't know if you know the safety, Mike Mentor. He was the safety for the Carolina Panthers for a minute. He's the head coach at Campbell University. Me and Coach Minner, we went back and forth my whole entire career there. Like, I love him to death. But Campbell, all the dudes from Campbell, I still follow on Instagram and Twitter and everything. So I hope they're watching this. But I used to love playing against them because they literally gave me, like, my second game against Campbell ever is when I had 30 tackles in a game and tied the record. I had 30 tackles.
I read about that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Fourth time I played Campbell, made it on ESPN for blocking the kick and scoring a touchdown in overtime. So Campbell has, like, accelerated my career to the max. So I love them. They might not like me, but hey, look, you help me.
Shout out to Campbell.
Shout out to Campbell, bro.
You're going on Twitter. You're like, hey, every player from Campbell, you guys been invited to a USFL Network interview? So watch it. So Kelly Brand, she's our brand ambassador. She went ahead and said we can scratch Walmart off the list of potential USFL Network sponsors.
Hey,
no Walmart for us. No,
that's okay with me. Target all the way. We will get Target. Maybe Publix. Publix. We'll do a commercial, and DP, you'll come and you'll pick up an apple and eat it without washing it. It'll be fantastic.
At least rub it on the shirt a little bit. You can do that. Why not?
No doubt.
All right, DP. Well, those are all the questions I got for you. I was incredibly excited. We've done a bunch of interviews, and I would say this is probably the one I was most nervous for because I think you're going to be great, and you're our first gambler, and I was ecstatic that you were going to be on the show. So thank you so much, and I wanted to give you the opportunity right here. If you have a message to all the Gamblers fans out there, let them know what's coming.
Hey, man, I just want you to know that, like I already said it on the already on live, that we've already been in Zoom meetings Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for like 2+ hours. Next week we're on Zoom meetings Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for 2+ hours. So we're already in the playbook. We're already on the game plan. We're already getting tight with these boys. It's a small condensed season, so we don't get much time with everybody. So for us being already locked in and already in the game plan, mind you, we're not getting paid at this point. We don't get paid till we actually get there. We're not getting paid for this or anything like that. Like, this is just us. It's not even mandatory. We love football that much, and it's so many guys that want to make it to the next level again, or make it to the next level for the first time, or it's people who want to get back to their common thing. So we've all homed in, and we've all we all have seen the league, and guess what? Some people have had a little taste of it. Some people have had a bite full. Some people have had a whole burger of it, and guess what? We want some more. So we're going 1,000% into this thing. We're so excited that it got started up, and we didn't sign this contract or come to this team to be technically call it half-ass. They're not trying to half-ass out there. We're trying to bring something good to the network. We're nationally televised every single game. That's unheard of. XFL, not every game. I don't think every game was nationally televised. We're nationally televised every game. We want to put some good things on tape, and we honestly can't wait to get started. I'm in Atlanta, up the street from Birmingham, so we got a week and a half left before camp starts. So we're prepared, we're ready to go, and it's a short season, so y'all might as well come to every single game. You might as well, it's up to so. We're really excited, and we're ready to go, and I can't wait to get started with the team.
Well, I'm in Texas. It's a little far, but I think you've convinced me. I'm probably going to try and make it down for a game. Hopefully I can go get an in-game interview with you at some point. Thank you so much for being on here. You were fantastic. Thank you.
I appreciate it, big dog. I appreciate you having me on. Y'all got a good platform right here. It's great to, you just tweet it out and everything. It's gotten a lot of people tuned into the broadcast. I've had a lot of people from my people so excited for me being able to get back, and any publicity is good publicity, I say. So just having this out there, it's a great platform, and it's a great platform from the USFL. I've seen so many people from the AAF and the XFL, blow up from this, so I just I can see the potential in this. We got Fox backing us on this, so I see so much potential in this, and I can't wait to get started. It's gonna be some good football out there.
Absolutely, and for myself, I want to thank you for coming on. You guys are professional athletes, regardless of if it's a revamped league, new league, whatever the case may be. You guys still are professional athletes, and you're taking your time out of your day, your night, and coming on the show. I just, change up my Twitter at USFL Network. We may be small potatoes, but we're getting big, because of guys like you, coming on the show. We appreciate it so much. And we're extremely grateful, for you guys to take the time and just come on with this. So we thank you for that. 100%.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for real, for real.
And Kelly wanted to mention really quick before we go. Make sure Mom knows you've had the best backdrop of any of our interviews to date, and we hope she continues to be one of our fans. So thank you for that, Kelly.
Hey, Mom got the whole setup back
She does, man.
She got the game balls and everything back here, man. I'm telling you.
She did well. We spend all this time editing our backgrounds, and your mom in like 20 minutes outdid us. So we really appreciate her, and we appreciate you. And I'm excited because I think, you are very personable and interesting, and I think you really helped get the ball rolling for the Gambler Nation, that they're going to fall in love with this roster. So thank you so much again.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I'm telling y'all, like it's gonna be some big things out there, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of guys who are itching to get back. There's some people who haven't played in 3+ years, haven't been on a team. There's so many people itching to get back. There's so many people willing to prove something. I say, I don't know if you heard some of my interviews, I always said, but about any kids I talk to or any speaking engagements I have, I said, a lot of people in this league are trying to prove people wrong. And I say, I hate when people say, I don't hate when people say that. I just look at it a different way. I said, instead of trying to prove the people wrong, the people believe in you, try to prove them right. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Haters and everything. People talk about haters and stuff like that, try to prove people wrong that they deserve to be there. Hey, I'm looking at it as all the people that support you, all the people that encourage you, hey, prove them right, That's what you're really fighting for. You're not trying to prove the haters what you want them to celebrate for you. I'm not looking for haters to celebrate me. I'm looking for the people that care and love for me, to celebrate me and me to prove them right. What they have, with the ideas and mindset they have about me, I'm trying to prove them right in everything I do.
Well, we're excited for you to prove them right, especially your mom. And maybe next time we get on here, there's a Gambler's helmet or jersey with those Jaguars jerseys behind you. We are so excited to see what she has in store for us next. She set the bar high. She set it very high.
She did.
All right. Well, that's all we had. Hype, you want to send us out?
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I want to thank DP, Donald Payne, the Payne Train, his Twitter, @PayneTrain7. Go follow him. Amazing individual. Thank you so much for being on the USFL Network Presents. And nothing but good things. Good luck moving forward. Good luck with the Gamblers. Hope to have you on, of course, like Ace said, once again, during the season, or hopefully even live with Ace down in Birmingham. So just thank you so much again for helping us out and using this as your platform, and we just wish you the best. So we're going to go ahead and end the show out with your one of my spots that I did go ahead and put in was you're mic'd up. So I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but I'm going to play it out as we end the broadcast. So DP, thank you so much and good luck moving forward. You have a great night.
I appreciate y'all, big dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Go. Baby. You do it. Go. All right, let's do it, man. You got him, D-Payne. We're ready to go. Hey, y'all. Think about this. Let's roll. They're going to be showing this game for a long time. The last game ever played in here, They're going to show this for a long time, so what we're going to put on tape? Let's put some good on tape. Let's do it, baby. LB's on 3. 1, 2, 3. LB's. Yes, sir. I got to hit my gap faster.
No, you're good here. I just think the issue you got right here is just levels. Make sure you're at levels so you don't get yourself hit.
All right. Get on! Damn, that hit me and I fell. That was weak. Hey, close left. Close left. Where the back at?